I train a variety of other things, including singing. When I work with my singing teacher, in practice, we will train to hit a high C. On a good day, I can hit a high C, okay? A good day. And everything must be perfect. I haven't been smoking too much pot, like my voice is clean, I'm hydrated, I'm well rested, I'm in the right headspace. There's a variety of things that must be perfectly aligned for me to hit that high C. I can do it, but when I do it, you can tell I'm straining. If someone were to see me do that, they could be like, okay, he's trying there, he's trying. I will never perform a song that has a high C in it, ever. So why do I train the high C? You train beyond your capacity, so you do not need to approach those limits in actual performance. Because if you never approach the actual limit, it has this air of mystery or intrigue where they're like, wow, maybe this person could do anything. But the second they see you straining or the second they see you sweat, like, okay, there's the limit. Okay, the illusion is broken. And they're like, okay, he's just a mortal. There's the limit right there. So this is why I'll train people to do crazy things with their voice, or crazy things with their face, or crazy things with their physicality, or think and imagine fantastical things, make up weird stories that they would never say in actual conversations. So the net effect of that is when you go out, you just always seem to have a better answer. You're never stymied. You're never flabbergasted. You're never at a loss for words. You're always like, yeah. Oh, you said this? Well, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah? Well, how about this? Da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's just like boom, 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 boom. They're like, damn, this motherfucker has a better answer for everything. This guy's like a genius. By the way, it's another reason why you shouldn't drink, especially at the end of the night. They're like, damn, this motherfucker's like Albert Einstein. You just want to attain an ease and a familiarity. What do they call it? Be comfortable in the pocket. To use a football analogy, you know, a lot of people like football. I'm not really a fan. It's too smart for me. I don't understand the strategy. Like the nickel versus the shot, I don't understand. Literally, it's too smart for me. That's why. Okay, basketball, I understand that. Pick and roll, there you go. So basically, you know, you have the quarterback. Hike, he takes the ball, and now all of a sudden, all these people are trying to physically assault him, basically, and he needs to be able to look around, not get flustered. Oh, dodge this guy. Okay, oh, is there someone there? There's someone there. Do I need to run it? Do I need to pass it? What do I need to do? To not get panicked. So when you have social pressure put upon you, you're able to respond appropriately, with ease, facility. And again, when you have that air about you, it puts other people at ease too. And it's just a fun thing to be around. So going back to the vocal projection question, it all starts with removing superfluous tension. Like, think of an opera singer. There are few performance processes that are more exciting to witness than a really, really good opera singer hitting the peak of their performance. The sound produced, it's a dynamic, flowing, massive effort. And the tone being produced is floating on this beautifully controlled fountain of air that maintains a precise relationship to the need. That person, they're tense enough to support it, but they're not so tense that it creates an over-control that pinches it. So you need to have enough tension to support what you're doing, but you can't be too tense that it stifles it. So, you know, for some people, if they're too relaxed, they need to risk becoming too tense at first. Other people, some tension addicts that I've worked with, they're kind of puffed up because over time they've sort of made themselves do that in an attempt to appear impressive or strong or larger than life or alpha. And so these people, they need to risk becoming too relaxed. and in order to kind of hit that Goldilocks zone, right? That pendulum sweet spot where you have a readiness. Think of it as a readiness. You're erect, you're ready, you're erect and ready. I used to go out and take a bunch of Viagra and just have walk around with a huge boner, by the way. That's, you might want to try that, it's pretty cool. So, just for no fucking reason, I like these little asides. It's like this very, interesting information with these random asides of stupidity. But you do need to have a readiness but a looseness, so you could move in any direction at any time. You could do whatever is necessary at any time. So these types of students, they need to find that happy medium. Now, like I said, going back to the Alexander technique, you may wish to investigate that to an extent. I mean, that's kind of beyond my ken, if you will. That's kind of beyond my area of expertise. I do know a couple of exercises that I do on a regular basis that help me with that. So again, posture, connection to the earth, the ground, that's the foundation of proper vocal projection. Second is, of course, breath control. You want enough breath support that it's actually going to project, but not so much that it's an over control. Number 3, you want to think about what we call resonance, which is learning how to manipulate the cavities of the head and nasal, like the sinuses and the mouth, to create the maximum projection. And then there's something called ring, or singer's formant, which is related to something called the aryepiglottic sphincter, which is a thick tissue, a thick ring of muscular tissue that goes around the voice box, the vocal cords. Now, the reason that I'm able to project to the back, I'm not pushing air, but what I'm doing is I'm squeezing that aryepiglottic sphincter in order to sort of create a laser-like effect. So think about a hose. If you turn a hose on, what happens? Water comes out. Squeeze the hose, what happens? Psst. Now it's more of a beam. So if you kind of squeeze this and bounce it off the fucking hard palate, you can project it to the back with a minimum of effort. So once I learned all of these techniques, and by the way, I do have a very detailed program about this called Resonator that I worked on with my voice coach. It's a pretty short program, it's like 6 hours or something like that, but it gives you the basics and a couple of exercises and some warm-ups and stuff like that. But again, it's all about getting the information, practicing with regularity. So now I rarely lose my voice anymore. It might get a little raggedy, especially if I've been talking for like 8 hours or 10 hours at a time. And sometimes I do that simply because I love the sound of my fucking voice, which I think is a prerequisite for a lot of this. You know, it's like, oh my God, listen to me. I'm so cool and knowledgeable. You go, Jeff. But there is a physical, I mean, this isn't made out of steel. It's made out of meat. And eventually it will get run ragged. Listen to Owen after 2 days up here. He's like, hey guys, sometimes you can sense the qualities a bit fucked up. But still, I used to lose my voice all the time. But again, knowing proper technique, now it enables me to project in an attractive way, a healthy way that's going to be more sustainable long term. Right, so you may wish to investigate that. Again, you can check out that program of mine if you want, or you may want to just check out local Alexander training. Most cities have some sort of Alexander school. You can go, check out a couple classes, learn a couple things, and it'll probably be pretty beneficial for you. Additionally, there's some special teas that you can use. One's called Throat Coat. You can get it at most grocery stores. It's like licorice root, marshmallow root, and it's like some kind of herbal tea that's designed to kind of ease the hoarseness. And it'll basically heal it one level. If your voice kind of fucked up, you take that, it'll kind of heal it one level. It won't heal it completely, but it'll mitigate it to an extent.